Good morning, everybody. Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that we are now officially on camera. This is the first meeting that we will be streaming live, and Alan, I've been advised that these cameras are just temporary, that we'll have permanent cameras next month. Is that true?
Yeah, we're pleased to be able to live stream today's Transportation Policy Council meeting, and we'll be doing so at all of our future meetings, making the archives available as well.
So I noticed that some people are changing positions at the table, but just FYI, the cameras are going to catch everybody, so. So with that, I'd like to have a certification of the quorum.
Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you. We'll start the meeting off with introductions. We'll start here on my left. Quincy?
Quincy Allen, TxDOT voting member.
Tucker Ferguson, TxDOT Beaumont District voting member.
Thomas Woolley, City of Conroe voting member.
Janice Longoria, Port of Houston Authority voting member.
Ed Emmett, Harris County Judge voting member.
Orville Rhodes, Waller County voting member.
James Patterson, Fort Bend County voting member.
Charlie Riley, Montgomery County voting member.
Rusty Sanak, voting member, Chambers County.
Stephen Costello, City of Houston voting member.
Chris Gustafson, City of Houston non-voting member.
Matt Sebesta, Brazoria County Judge voting member.
Jack Steele, HGAC voting member.
David McCartney, City of Baytown voting member.
Neil Rudick, City of Houston voting member.
Maureen Crocker, Gulf Coast Rail District voting member.
Ken Clark, Galveston County Commissioner voting member.
Doug Kniper, City of Texas City voting member.
Tom Lambert, Metro voting member.
Hugh McCulley, Freight Rail Interest, non-voting.
Brenda Mainwaring, Union Pacific Railroad, non-voting.
Rosalind Hebert, HGAC staff.
Alan Clark, HGAC staff.
Andy Mao, TxDOT Houston District staff.
Greg Seal, HGAC staff.
Jack McLaughlin, City of Bel Air Council.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me today, and we look forward to a lively discussion this morning. Alan, do we have anyone that signed up for a public comment?
Mr. Chairman, we have none signed up to provide public comment, but I would like to call your attention to a letter we received from the Harris County Municipal District number 191. This letter concerns a project which is in the 10-year program of projects that we are reviewing. It is not subject to any action today.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to offer the opportunity for anyone in the audience who didn't know they needed to sign up. They're welcome to come before us. If not, thank you. I'll move on to the next item, which is the adoption of the agenda. Do I need a motion?
I'd like to make amendment to the motion.
Commissioner?
I would like to add consideration of a resolution supporting Proposition 7 on the November 3rd ballot. I think it would be appropriate for this committee to support that constitutional amendment, being that this is the Transportation Policy Council. I think it's important for us to speak on that issue, and I would ask that we would add that at the end of the action agenda.
Well, I just need a motion to approve the agenda. Is that what you want to do? Just have that as an action item?
Yes.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Discussion?
Can we legally add an action item agenda without it being posted 72 hours?
I'm not certain that we can do that. We had planned to bring a resolution to you next month, although that is a little late. I wish we'd had it on the agenda today.
Well, we could add it as an information item informing you that we would like for you to go forward.
I believe we could have a discussion of that, particularly under the staff reports.
I understand that. I get the whole 72-hour issue. The reason I even brought the motion up, I wouldn't have brought it up in my own commissioner's court because I understand the 72 hours. But why do we have adoption of agenda if we can't? What's the purpose of this item if we can't make changes? Just asking.
Principally, this is a legacy. Perhaps this organization's been around a while before even the Open Meeting Act existed, and there is a time to time when at least the order of items on the agenda, and occasionally there is the withdrawal of an item on the agenda. We just want left this on here so that if there were a change of that nature, which could be accommodated under the Open Meetings Act, we had the opportunity to inform everyone.
Well, I would ask maybe if somebody on staff would look at this and see if maybe we can add that resolution to one of the other action items so we can make an amendment on an existing agenda item. Whoever needs to make that determination, if we could look at that, that would be appropriate.
I agree. Alan?
Against Robert's rules.
Mr. Chairman, we have resolutions that address amendments to our plan and tips. That would probably be the most logical place to amendments to modify if that was the Policy Council's decision.
Mr. Chairman, I'm a little nervous about doing this because the whole intent behind the Texas Public Open Meetings Act was to make sure that you're posting items that would give the public an opportunity to input on those. And by that not being posted within the required time period, I'm a little concerned that we're going to have a disconnect with the intent of the legislative action. So I would be nervous for the council to take any action without general counsel guidance. And I honestly don't know who the general counsel is for TPC. So I think that I would prefer the Commissioner Patterson's action going forward, and that we show the intent of this policy council is to consider it once it's appropriately posted and then take action from there. I just think we get the council perhaps in a disconnect with the intent of the legislative action that's even being rolled out today with now live streaming these meetings for the intent of transparency and openness. So I'd just be very nervous about moving forward with a non-posted item to meet the requirements of posting to give public the opportunity to input. So that would just be my nervous point about this whole action.
Any other comments? Alan, who is our legal advisor?
Our legal counsel? Our legal counsel is for the Houston-Galveston Area Council. And I'm sorry, I don't remember Fulbright Jaworski's new name.
Morton Rose Fulbright.
Morton Rose Fulbright? Okay. Any other discussion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Alan, I do believe that staff just sent to the Technical Advisory Committee a resolution that Pearland approved on Prop 7 as a matter of information, and perhaps staff could bring that up during their presentation, and it could allow for some discussion, at least some strong discussion here, and then if further action is required, that could be in October.
Any other discussion? So in light of the discussion, I'll go ahead and defer it and respect the 72-hour notification, and we'll bring it up during staff discussion, okay? Thank you. So do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Absolutely right. So moved.
And second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, item number 5, approval of the August 28th minute meetings.
Mr. Chairman, subbing in for Mayor Reid, and the minutes are in the packet.
I have a motion to accept the meeting.
Second.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.